Adding a submission, step 4. So you've added your basic information up here, you've entered in people and you've entered in items, and you're ready to add your first submission. Well, when we add a submission in ACE Express, we call it logging a submission. Logging a submission is basically making all the items in this submission, in this case just one, available for transactions. Without logging it, this data would be gone. If we clicked on cancel right now, we'd have to re-enter in all this data. So what we need to do now is log the data. When we log it, as you can see, certain fields become read-only. Case number, voucher, date received, submitting officer, etc. Items can no longer be added, and they can be edited only in a limited function. More on that in other videos. To finish it, we click on OK to add the submission. When you've added a new submission, when you come back to the investigator screen, the search will be changed to barcode with the new submission number that you've just added. In this case, 07000009. And it will show you all the information you've just entered. Let's go back in there because I want to show you one more thing. Actually, two more things. First of all, when you first log a receipt, it's entirely possible that you're going to want to print a receipt and give it to the officer that gave it to you. That way they have a record that they have given you the pieces of evidence or property or whatever it is that they gave you. So as soon as you've logged it, you can click on the print receipt button. You can click on preview, and you can see the receipt for the items that were just given to you. This can be printed out and given to the officer so that they have a record of the transaction. You can only print that receipt if you have logged the transaction. Another key thing to remember is this. You can unlog a transaction if and only if the items have not been transacted upon. If any items in this list have been transacted upon, you cannot unlog a submission. But if the items are clear, then you can unlog and take it back to the original status where you can edit everything. Case number, voucher, submitting officer, and even items. You can go back and add and edit it. Additionally, one final point. Before you log a submission, there are certain required information. That is case number, an inventory type, a submitting officer, a responsible command, a date received, and at least one item have to be entered. If any of those are missing, you'll be unable to log the submission. Of course, ACE Express will tell you which part is incorrect. Let's go ahead and log it again. Click OK. And so you've logged your first submission.